Breaking news, shocking new claims I want to share with all of you. Rebecca and Jake Haro, the two prime suspects in the disappearance of their little 7-month-old baby, Emmanuel. Folks, we've been covering this case since its entirety on JLR Investigates, and I found some new information about the parents. Everyone wants to know about the parents. Do they work? Do they have jobs? How do they live? How do they afford to live? Who's paying their bills? Well, guess what, folks? Whoa, this is some pretty crazy stuff. They, both of them, Rebecca and Jake, over the years, according to public databases, they have filed workers' comp claims from jobs they worked at. For instance, Rebecca used to work at Lowe's. Jake used to work at Amazon and Walmart. And they're claiming over the years that they've been injured at their jobs. All types of injuries, folks. Neck, back, hips. Whoa. I'm going to share Jake, we're going to start out with Jake. This is crazy, folks. Check it out. So check this out right here, everyone. Jake Haro has worked at numerous jobs over the course of the last few years. And look at all these employers right here. Look at these jobs. Walmart, Amazon, Blue Triton Brands, Las Palmas Estates. And each of these jobs that you see here, he filed a workers' comp claim, claiming injuries. And I'm going to go through the injuries of each job. But here's kind of his work history here. Looks like from 2014 to 2018, he worked at Walmart. And then it looks like in 2017, Jake worked for Amazon. And then in 2024, just last year, about a year ago, Blue Triton Brands, which is a water bottling company that has a big building just a couple miles away from Jake and Rebecca's cabazon home. So he didn't have to travel far for this job. And then I also see Las Palmas Estate. Now, let's go over the injuries here because this is pretty crazy stuff. Right here. This is Walmart and his claim in 2018. And this is what Jake is claiming. He's claiming he suffered arm, elbow injuries, wrist injuries, back, including back muscles, spine and spinal cord injury, leg, not specified, multiple parts, more than 5 major parts. So he claims workers' comp in 2018 from Walmart from all these injuries. Let's go on. Here's more. Look at this right here. 2022. And this is Las Palmas Estate. Jake worked there and claims that he suffered ab damage, something to do with an abdomen, including internal organs and groin, a groin injury, body part, chest, including ribs, breastbone, and the internal organs of the chest, shoulders, shoulder injury, knee injury, he said he suffered, digestive system, stomach. So he's claimed workers' comp from Las Palmas Estate in 2022. Let's go on. There's more. Right here, Walmart in 2018. He's claiming another claim from 2014 to 2018. Look at that 4-year span. Jake saying that he has problems with his hips, pelvis, pelvic organs, tailbone, buttocks, problems with his butt, knee. Whoa. Let's go on. There's more. Blue Triton Brands, which is the company that's down the road from Jake and Rebecca in 2022 through 2024 up to last year, October 2024. He's claiming he has arm, elbow, head of radius injury, wrist, hand, not wrist or fingers, hand, including back muscles, spine, and spinal cord. He's saying that he has hip injuries, including pelvis, pelvic organs, tailbone, and buttocks. Whoa, this guy's filing all types of claims. Here's another one when he worked at Amazon. And on this Amazon in 2017,
Jake is claiming back injuries, including back muscles, spine, spinal cord, body part 2, hips, including pelvic organs, pelvic, tailbone, buttocks, again, knee. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? He keeps getting hurt? What's going on? And then another one in Walmart, 11/8/18, arm, wrist, back, leg, multiple parts. You get the point here. Jake has filed all these workers' comp claims, including last year from a company just down the road from his house. Is he still collecting money from them? Whoa.
Jake got all those injuries over the years from all these jobs. Folks, let's call it as it is. It appears to be a scam. And his whole scheme is going from employer to employer, getting a job, and then in the course of working for that job, he suddenly gets injured and then starts collecting money as long as he can. And then when he can't collect the money anymore, he jumps to the next job and does the same thing. History repeats itself. And then, as you saw there, just down the street from where they live in Cabazon, he worked for a water bottling company and filed a claim as recent as less than a year ago. So he might be collecting the money right now as he's not working, as his son is missing, the other child taken away. We don't know much about the other children. There's been multiple children in this case. Now, Rebecca Lowe's, let's talk about her. She filed a claim herself. She worked for Lowe's. She's claiming she was injured at the job on New Year's Eve 2023. Check it out.
Now here is Rebecca. Rebecca Haro herself has filed a workers' comp claim in the past. Lowe's company, Lowe's. And it says here the date. Look at this. New Year's Eve 2023. New Year's Eve at Lowe's. She is claiming she got injured working at Lowe's. What exactly are her injuries? Let's look. Here you go. And what she's saying is 12/31/2023. She had neck, back, including back muscles, injury, spine, spinal cord. It says here, trunk, use for the side, a trunk, multiple parts, any combination of the above parts. So, whoa. So both of them filing workers' comp claims over the years. Is this a scam? Are they really injured? Or is this a way for them to go to a job, claim they got hurt, and then collect money, and then jump to the next job? Because now both of them are filing claims. Very suspicious. Or do you think it's legit?
All right, so maybe they're legit, though. What do you think? I don't think so, folks. Both of them collecting workers' comp. They know what they're doing here. They're milking the system. This guy is a convicted felon. Seems like he doesn't want to work. Now, they're claiming that their little child was kidnapped by a stranger outside Big 5 in Yucaipa, California 1 week ago today. And you see they have a history of making claims for injuries. Look at the black eye there. A lot of people think that she caused her own injury, or Jake caused the injury as part of some sort of scheme. Is this a scam, folks? Are they scamming the American people, the taxpayers of California? Already no one believes that there's a kidnapping going on except their inner circle. The grandmother, Mary, the sister of Jake, the lawyer, Vincent Hughes. Those are the only people that have been publicly coming out supporting these two individuals. No one else is buying it. San Bernardino County sheriffs are not buying it. Riverside County sheriffs are not buying it. YouTubers, bloggers, streamers, and journalists, in the title of their articles covering this little boy, this little baby, are not buying the kidnapping either. They quote alleged, what the mom says. No one's buying it. What's going on here, people? Is Emmanuel alive? Are they doing a scheme right here? Was this some sort of scam that they're doing? Could Emmanuel be alive? And I say that because we just don't know, but the way the mother came up with this crazy story, I think this could be some sort of money scheme possibly, or a crime occurred because of this guy's track record of doing harmful things to children, and they had to cover it up. And they're both in it together on some sort of cover-up and blaming it on some guy that says, hola. We're covering this case extensively. Emmanuel has still not been found. If you have any credible information to find this little baby, contact authorities immediately. They were in court the last couple of days. Juvenile court. Seems like it's dealing with the child that was taken away. And also September 9th, folks. He has 2 court hearings, matter of fact, in September. September 2nd for the probation violation because he's on probation. Caught a new charge last year. Felon in possession of a firearm weapon. He has to go answer to that September 2nd. But September 9th, his ex filed a restraining order against him. Filed it just the other day on the 19th. And he has to go on the 9th to a hearing on that matter. So that will be interesting to see what happens. So he has 2 big court hearings. We'll see. Maybe they'll be in prison by then, jail, locked up. Maybe not. You know, they say you need a body to be able to charge somebody. Not all the time, but it takes a while. If they don't have the body, it takes a while for them to build a case. So if they never find Emmanuel, maybe they're going to build a case and still arrest him anyway without the body. We are on this case. This is the go-to channel. I'll give you all the goods, everything that's being said, and I appreciate the tips. If you got any information on these people, tips at JLR Investigates, continuous coverage of this case. I am JLR Investigates. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.